More breaking news this hour. The Democratic governor of Virginia, Ralph Northam, is now apologizing for a photograph of two people, one in blackface and one in a KKK hood and robe that appears on his 1984 medical school yearbook page. And Neil, let me read his full statement that he just released moments ago. Earlier today, a website published a photograph of me from my 1984 medical school yearbook in a costume that is clearly racist and offensive. I am deeply sorry for the decision I made to appear as I did in this photo and for the hurt that decision caused then and now. This behavior is not in keeping with who I am today and the values I have fought for throughout my career in the military, in medicine, and in public service. But I want to be clear. I understand how this decision shakes Virginians' faith in that commitment. I recognize that it will take time and serious effort to heal the damage this conduct has caused. I am ready to do that important work. The first step is to offer my sincerest apology and to state my absolute commitment to living up to the expectations Virginians set for me when they elected me to be their governor. It's an awful, awful picture. He says he's in that picture. He doesn't say if he's the one with blackface or he's the one with the Ku Klux Klan robe and hood. But what's your reaction to this?
You know, I was talking to someone close to the situation. One of the things that's happening right now is black lawmakers are having an emergency meeting about this. They've been in this meeting for about an hour at this point. Apparently, Northam is telling people he doesn't quite remember the details of this photo. They don't quite know either which one he is in this photo. One of the things that this person said was sort of in defense of Northam, he's a great guy. It goes to show the kind of relationships that I think he's built up among African Americans in Virginia. We, of course, know that the lieutenant governor himself is an African American, Justin Fairfax. He's been in meetings as well about this. They are torn about what to do next. They obviously know that this apology is out there, and it comes, right, as we have a Democratic Party that on the one hand has criticized the Republican Party, particularly Steve King, right, over some remarks that he made about white supremacy, criticizing the Republican Party, and also touting their own diversity, right? This diverse field that they have for 2020. So they are in a position now where they've got to figure out, I think Democrats, not only in Virginia, but nationally, is do they call for the resignation of Northam, this Democratic governor, who in some ways ran as a centrist governor, someone who could go to a black church and fit in comfortably there. I think his pastor is African American. So they've got some decisions to make, and we'll see what comes out of these meetings with black lawmakers that are happening right now in Virginia.
Ron Braunstein, how do you see this playing out? Because you remember, he was elected governor, beat Republican Ed Gillespie in 2017, 54% to 45%.
Yeah, look, this was not a 15-year-old in 1964, right? This was a 25-year-old in 1984. And I think that reality is going to make this very difficult for Governor Northam in the long run. Impossible to predict exactly how other politicians in the state respond. But I do think that at a moment when the Democratic Party, as Nia said, is today, Cory Booker announced his presidential campaign, 2 serious African-American candidates in the presidential race for the first time, Hispanic candidate. The diversity of the party is, and the idea that it is standing for and defending an increasingly diverse America against the kind of arguments that President Trump has used, I think is becoming integral to its identity. And so while it's always possible that Northam could choose to try to tough this out, I think it is going to be hard for other Democrats to defend him. It's also worth noting Virginia is one of the last states where a governor can only serve 1 term. He's only been in office 1 year, but he is, you know, the most he could do forward is 3 years. And it would be, I don't know the answer if the lieutenant governor, a rising star, Justin Fairfax, replaces him. Could he run for re-election and then, in essence, be governor for 7 years? That would be something that might ease the pain of a lot of Democrats about moving down this road of moving him out.
Yeah, we'll check that.